All right, here we go. Let's just hope that $499.97 I spent to buy this on Mercari was worth the money. Well, let's rip into it and see. Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome to Disavowed Action Figures, bringing you another action figure review. Tonight we're taking a closer look at unboxing the G.I. Joe Classified Amazon exclusive Blue Ninjas. I'm very excited to have these in hand. No, I did not spend $499.97. I did get this from Amazon. I got my pre-order in super early, thankfully, and it randomly shipped this week. I had no clue it'd be coming out this soon. I'm pretty sure it's early, and I just checked Amazon, and as of now, it is not currently in stock to ship until, I believe, like maybe October or something like that. So I do believe a certain number of collectors did get this in hand. I believe it was $44.99. I used Amazon Prime to have the free shipping, and I'm just gonna hit you with this right away. This is how you do cardboard box packaging. This blows away any of the cardboard box packaging I've seen so far with Marvel Legends. It just looks amazing. The artwork is great. I almost forgot it was even cardboard, honestly, as I kind of messed around with this thing as far as taking a look at the artwork. So let's get a close look at the box, talk about it a little bit. Part of the intrigue is going to be what it's like on the inside of the packaging for this box, and then take a close look at these two action figures and compare them to some other things here on my toy shelf. All right, this is number 51 in the G.I. Joe Classified series, as you can see. First and foremost, amazing artwork here on the front of the box. This is the way to go, Hasbro. I much prefer to have a really cool artistic rendering of the characters rather than have a production shot or a digital render to kind of like what Marvel Legends has been doing. You do get two figures in this pack. You do get the male Blue Ninja and the female Blue Ninja. These are reuse. I know that already. We'll talk about that when we get to the articulation and so on and so forth. But there it is, 51 Blue Ninjas. You can look at those icons up on the G.I. Joe Classified website. On the back, we do get our product sample looking photos, which is good to also have those on there as well, but I really like the artwork on the front. Logo up here with the name of the pack. Over here, we do get the measurements. I like that. It's a cool added touch with all the accessories. A lot of stuff comes in this packaging. And of course, on top, the Cobra logo, and the bottom, all the legalese and nonsense most of us don't care about. But now that I've gushed over the cardboard packaging enough, let's start to tear this thing open a little bit and talk about it. I will be changing camera angles numerous times through this review just to meet the needs of what I'm doing. So I'll tell you what, we're going to open this up right here on camera. Typically, I would open it off camera, but let's flip this open so you can exactly see what's going on. I'm going in through the top, obviously, of the packaging. And the first thing I see, and I heard about this, is the weapons box or weapons locker. This is a great idea right here. Already seeing something that G.I. Joe Classified is doing differently regarding their boxed figures. This looks really cool. This is something I will probably keep for my collection. You get the Cobra logos right there. You do get the number 51 right there on the weapons locker. But this is what's going to basically hold all the accessories. So as I said, there are going to be differences in how this is packaged compared to a Marvel Legend cardboard 2-pack. But let's continue. So there's also that on there as well, the name Blue Ninjas. All right, so opening up the rest of the packaging. First thing, again, noticing right here, very different in that we are going to be getting, instead of the figures wrapped in the paper, which I don't have any of that laying around right now, but that wax paper they've been using, they do come wrapped and attached via these ties, looks like rope ties, to more of a standard background for the packaging that usually comes with G.I. Joe Classifieds. You can see back here how secure those are going to be. So right away, you're not going to have that paper. They're actually on display inside the box. Here they are out of the packaging, and they honestly look really good. I have some ideas on what to use these things for on my shelf. These are simple repaints and reuse. We do have the original red Ninja from G.I. Joe Classified. I believe it was a second wave. I believe it came out with Gung Ho. But that was a great figure. It's still, to date, one of my favorite G.I. Joe Classifieds in the line. And then this is the Akiko body from the G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes series, which, frankly, I never saw it less than $8 on clearance, and it's still a little too much for me. I kind of wanted it for like $5. So if I never get it, I'll be okay, because I don't really need many of those movie figures on my shelf. And also, I will add, I will probably at some point screw up and say Hand Ninja, or say the wrong color. I don't know, something like that. If it's a simple fix, I'll make that edit. If it's not a simple fix, I apologize for any things I misspeak throughout this video. But yeah, other than that, these came out looking pretty cool. Let's take a closer look at the accessories in that weapons locker, and then we will see what these things can do. And here is the weapons locker. Neat little detailing, even like a code right here to get in that you would have to know. It's cool they went the extra mile with this, and I'm assuming it's because they do own the license for G.I. Joe. They can spend a little bit more money since they're not paying a licensing fee like they do with Marvel. If you want more information on that, try to look it up. It's actually pretty fascinating. All right, so opening up the weapons box, you do some tape there for security purposes. And this is actually really neat. I didn't realize this. It even comes wrapped in special G.I. Joe and Cobra paper. So instead of just having like that standard white paper going on like the Marvel Legends have been doing, you do get this print of G.I. Joe and Cobra, which is actually really neat. And these are sealed, too. These cannot be opened and then resealed, at least not that I can tell. So that's pretty awesome. They do give you the accessories in that capacity. And there is another bag of the same thing. So again, just an example of Classified kind of going the extra mile with this whole cardboard packaging, no plastic idea, and giving us something a little bit more unique and special. So that's everything other than the little instructions inside. But I will be probably keeping this, using it in some capacity as a display piece on my shelf. Let's get these baggies open and take a close look at those accessories. And even further surprises, some of the accessories actually even come with cardboard around them to further secure them. So they're inside that box, and they also do put them in here and secure them. So you can see they do have them separated by the male and the female Blue Ninja, but you see we do get the bow, the long swords over here. By the way, I'm not a samurai expert. I probably should take the time to learn the actual names of these, but I just didn't. I apologize. But they're cool. They're weapons and these are toys. I don't think I need to be too overly accurate on what their names are. But yeah, so they do come in a piece of cardboard, but then they do have all the other accessories kind of separately thrown in the bags. So let's take a quick look at those right now. So first, for the men's male version, we do get this really great looking masked head with the red, almost devil looking face. The teeth are really neat, very detailed in this thing. Sorry if it's a little bit off camera there. The eyes came out really cool. They're very penetrating as you take a look at those. So that's a really cool head sculpt. Otherwise, for the male figure, I mentioned we do get the swords and the bow. They came out pretty well from what I can tell. Looks like we do have some paint on here as well for the actual like metal part of the swords, which is great. Then we do get a lot of the similar weapons we did receive with the original Red Ninja. So we get that backpack piece right there, which will allow things to plug in. We get two of these sais. I believe that's a Ninja Turtle sai situation going on right there, right? These are also like a gray colored plastic as opposed to, I think it was black with the original Red Ninja. We'll see a little bit later on. We do get two of the sickles, I believe these are considered. Again, if there's a technical term I'm wrong about, I apologize. So those are the sickles. And then we do get two of the, I think they're commas or hatchets are the way to go with those, I believe. So again, looking cool, very similar, but lots of gear and accessories for these figures. And then over here, we do get the female alternate head. Yes, it's an alternate head, not a mask that goes on. You can see here, nice detail with the paint on the front here with the red. The eyes also looking relatively good as well on both sides. You get the painted in teeth. That's really, really cool, actually. I didn't intend to really use these on the figures, but the fact that they look as cool as they do, they might get used. Then additionally, you do get another larger sickle, I believe this is considered again. And you get this grappling hook with the string wrapped around. Not going to be screwing with that string. It's going to stay on there. And we do get the quiver for the arrows to go along with the bow and arrow. I would also assume you could mix and match these different weapons in their hands, obviously, if you'd like to. So lots of accessories in this pack. So as you can see, I do have all of the accessories piled onto the display rotating base with the figures. This was actually hard to do. I actually had them organized really well and then knocked the figures over because just running out of space. This is a ton of plastic, $44.99, and if you get the free shipping with Amazon Prime, there's a lot in this offering from G.I. Joe Classified from Hasbro. We'll see if price hikes continue, and again, these are reused figures, and again, keep in mind the fact that they do own the license for G.I. Joe. They aren't paying extra for it, but as much as I love my Marvel Legends, I have to say, this puts the Marvel Legends 2-packs to shame right now. So much stuff with this, even if it all is essentially reuse. I don't care. It's a lot of stuff. So my opinion's worth anything to you. I do feel like I did get my money's worth with this. So for $44.99 plus whatever taxes in your state, you're getting 2 figures that used to be $19.99. So call them that, even though they're probably more. So 20 and 20, you have 40 right there. $4.99 in accessories right here? Probably, yeah. So before I even start to mess around with these things in detail, just so much here. Also, I'm not going to go through every single accessory and show it to you up close. I kind of did that already when we were unpackaging things. The only things that weren't out of the box, there is like a sheath that came along with the female version of the figure. Also, there was her sword that was also, I believe, in a sheath. Everything else, I think, I'm sorry, it was also in cardboard. Everything else, I believe, was basically on display inside the packaging, but these are pretty great. They really are. Let's take a close look at the deco of each of these figures. Let's look at the male one first. And again, this is going to be very similar to the Red Ninja we already received. You can see we do get the throwing stars, or the actual term is right here for those. We get that piece sitting down from the skirt in the center, the knee pads. So again, the figure itself is pretty much going to be all the same. I always really do like how we get that texture on this on the front and the back. The back has some interesting texture going on as well here with the armor that you can see on the arms. Again, folds in the pants are always really cool looking overall. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it is pretty similar. Again, texture up here on the shoulder pads. I like how they added this Cobra logo right here. I don't think that was on the original. When we compare them, we'll take a closer look, but I think they added this in, and that's a really nice touch. And also up here on the face, you can see we do have some skin tone coming through around the eyes behind the mask, where I believe we had goggles or just a full mask on the original. We did have that Cobra logo on the original, but I'm still really digging it. Overall, this thing looks really great. As far as the female figure goes, again, this is the Akiko body, the different head, but they did give us that Cobra logo on the head here as well. Eyes came out great. It's very dead-looking eyes, which I really think is cool. Again, skin tone behind the mask, which is well done. Here, again, I don't have Akiko, but I'm guessing this is all similar regarding the texture and such on the pants and the arms. Again, nice texture up here on the vest, into the actual piece going around the neck on the collar. On the back, obviously peg holes on both of these for the backpacks. Again, nice texture here on the, we'll call it a gi, I'm probably wrong, but on the outfit and the armor. It just looks cool overall. It's well done. Peg holes at the bottom, of course. But yeah, this is going to be your Akiko figure, just basically different color plastic and a different head from what I understand. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I've been led to believe, what I've heard, what I've read, and yeah. So it's a quick look at articulation on these. I never actually reviewed the Red Ninja, as I wasn't doing reviews at the time. I might have done a live unboxing on Live 705, our weekly live stream, if I was doing it back when I got it. It's all kind of running together now. But yeah, you can go back and take a look at that if you like, but we'll also compare them here on this review as well. And of course, we had to see them with their alternate heads, and these look really freaking cool. I only ordered one of these. When they're in stock, I probably will order a second one. So I can display the regular heads, which are down here, and also the masked heads. These look really cool, as I said, when I kind of just took a close look at them before. It just brings something different to the shelf, which I didn't really know if I'd be all about that or not, but they look really cool. And Halloween's around the corner, so we all love masks, right? All right, let's do some comparisons. That's my favorite thing to do with these figures. Hey, everybody, this is me from the future. I already finished the review, and I was doing my editing. It was way too long. It was like 28 minutes. I got way too into looking at that packaging. So I figured I'd cut the articulation parts of the video out. Pretty much everybody already knows how Akiko and the Red Ninja move, so I cut out the articulation. Hope you enjoy the comparisons at the end. All right, enjoy the video. Bye, guys. And the most obvious comparison, I'm assuming most people want to see, is the Blue Ninja next to the Red Ninja. I don't have any of the accessories on the Blue Ninja right now, but I do have the Red Ninja holding essentially all of his. So this gives you a good idea how essentially almost all the weapons will store. He can basically have a ton of weapons on his backside, as you can see right there. So Blue Ninja will be pretty much the same. I didn't mention this before, but Blue Ninja also does have those two little like holes on the back of his waist piece to use as a sheath, whatever you might want to call it, for more weapons. And of course, we have Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow here being our 4 main ninjas I have back here on my G.I. Joe classified shelf. Also worth noting, I mentioned earlier in the review, taking a closer look at the Red Ninja, he does not have that Cobra logo right there. He does have this little piece right there, but you can see he doesn't have the logo painted on it. So again, looks pretty great with the other ninjas here in the collection. Looking forward to doing some fun stuff with these. Here's another ninja for my shelf, the Marvel Legends Hand Ninja from the Stiltman wave. And again, the Hand Ninja does appear to be slightly taller than both the red ninja and the blue ninja, which I've probably talked about in the past when I used these. I'm a mark for these. I really enjoyed army building those. I don't have as many of the red ninjas as I probably should. One day I probably will, and maybe I'll add 2 more blue ninjas, but they do stand well together, and there's a lot you can do with these, whether you want them fighting Daredevil or some other figures in the G.I. Joe Classified wave in the line. They look great. So some comparisons using the female blue ninja here with some other female figures from both G.I. Joe Classified and the Marvel Legends line. We do have the G.I. Joe Classified Target exclusive Cobra Island Baroness that came with the coil, along with our Lady J with the pinless tech that these other figures right here do not have. And of course Viper, aka Madam Hydra from the Marvel Legends controller wave that recently came out. As you can see, the other 6-inch female figures are much taller than the blue ninja is. And also, for transparency purposes, I've been having a heck of a time getting her to stand. I don't know if that was an issue with the Akiko figure, or if I'm just having a bad night. It's probably that one. But as far as her height is concerned, very small compared to the others. But she's got plenty of weapons to defend herself should she need to. So here's something I thought up the other day. I honestly didn't see this done anywhere else as of yet. If it was already, I didn't see it. When I first saw these, I thought to myself, you know what? If the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a ninja wing of S.H.I.E.L.D., the blues on these would actually match up relatively well. So here I do have the Nick Fury / LMD / original Buck used for the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, along with the recently purchased and reviewed Quake, which also doubles as a Maria Hill with the other head in the box. I did get those at VR Hobbies, my favorite toy show and local store. But they do scale well, obviously, together since they're 6-inch figures. And taking a look at the blues, I think you probably fudge this. So if you wanted to basically have yourself a set of G.I. Joe Classified blue ninjas and essentially use those on your shelf and maybe do a repaint or just kind of leave them as they are and say that they are all members of S.H.I.E.L.D., you could probably do that. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ninja Division right here, Nick Fury. So you're hired. And then same thing with the female figures. They would look pretty cool together. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Making an appearance from the background of the display here, we do have Zaymont and Tomax right here, the Crimson Twins. I did review these on the channel as well, if you want to go back and check that review out here on Disavowed Action Figures. But this is how they do scale. They are both larger than the Blue Ninja is, much larger than the female Blue Ninja. And also, just to avoid any problems, don't go running out to Target or Walmart as of yet. I did not buy these at big box locations. I got those at the CMD store online out of New York. And paid a little bit of a premium, but it wasn't too bad. But they're great figures in and of themselves. But this is how they scale with them on your Cobra army. And our final comparison, here are the Blue Ninjas, standing with AEW Unrivaled Orange Cassidy Freshly Squeezed, and my newly acquired CM Punk Unmatched figure that I picked up at Ringside Collectibles. Orange Cassidy doesn't care if you're a ninja, a wrestler, a turtle, or a space alien. He just wants to party. So final thoughts on this Amazon exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Blue Ninja 2-pack. These are great. They really are. I've had some people ask me recently, do I feel as if they are worth army building? My answer to that is, if you liked army build and you like ninja action figures, yeah, go for it. $44.99 if you get the free shipping from Amazon Prime. For all these accessories, for the alternate heads, I could definitely say owning a couple packs of these or more is worth it. If you're trying to cut back on the budget, like a lot of people are, including myself, I've been trying to stay in my own lane, only buying things that I really like in the lines I love the most, stick with my bread and butter, then maybe you want to pass or just pick up one. I doubt these would go on a clearance or a sale price, so I wouldn't say attempt the long game. I don't really know what their stock will be like on Amazon. Again, I did get this through Amazon. I did not pay $499.97. As I said in the cold opening of the video, I was kidding around. So $44.99 out the door. They came early. I got lucky on that regard. Didn't expect it to happen. But overall, yes, they are just simple reuses of Akiko and the Red Ninja, which are already issued. But all the accessories, obviously the alternate color, the possibility of using them as S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, a lot of things allure to me, make these alluring figures to me to have. So overall, overall, I like these a whole lot. Well worth the money. Zero buyer's remorse. So everybody, hope you enjoyed the review and video here today. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you. It does not cost you anything. It helps us grow the channel tremendously, and it's free, so help us out. Hit that bell for notifications. That way YouTube will actually tell you when we post new content on the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and for daily toy content and daily toy updates, check us out over Instagram and Twitter at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunting this week, please try to remember the 3 Ps of the toy hunt. Patience, persistence, but most of all, politeness. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.